defending undefeated champion of the world and beyond, since Jesse isn't from this world, and that's who Fairy Peak beat. But in that game which Fairy Peak did win, he steamrolled Jesse, obliterated Jesse, just annihilated him. Every adjective that would describe... Wait, is that an adjective? No, verb. Every verb that would describe just a complete and utter one-sided affair. That is what happened to Jesse. Well, that's what Fairy did to Jesse. That was a great save by Fairy, by the way, before he did eventually let Scrub drop that down for some damage. It was a great read. Very, very hard in drop shot, of course, to stop someone from getting damage if they are driving just really, really close to the ball, and the ball is on the wall, or beside the wall like this. It's almost impossible for Scrub to stop this damage, even if he was nearby. Fairy found a way. Good interception by Scrub there. That's going to be a cheeky bit of damage for him. I'm predicting Fairy Peak to win this, and oh my goodness, what was that bounce? That was definitely not the bounce that should have happened. Just going to say that. 100%. But yeah, there's a couple of reasons why I think Fairy is going to win this. First one is, of course, he's played a pentathlon before and Scrub has not. The second is that Fairy Peak is probably the one player in the world with the best record against Scrub out of everyone. I think K-Dot would be second, then maybe Cuck's third. But this guy gives Scrub so much trouble every time they play. Oh, and that might be a goal. Scrub's got to be careful. He's maybe on-goaled it. He has on-goaled it. Oh no, what am I talking about? It's Scrub scoring. I thought this whole time that Scrub was trying to save this because he took so long. Why didn't he just score? That's such an easy goal. Oh my goodness, I need to wake up, clearly. Because I thought this whole time that Scrub was trying to save this because he was doing such a bad job scoring it. I thought he was on-goaling. Sorry, I'll wake up. But anyway, like I was saying, much more importantly, Scrub has also lost to Lawler on drop shot before. So if there's no other reason for thinking that he's going to lose this, besides that, then I don't know what it is. You know, maybe the fact that he's 1-0 up is pretty good. 1-0 goal. I guarantee you, have one up Reddit, by the way. That's going to hit Reddit. I can, oh, great bump by Fairy. I can, commentate over hundreds of goals, probably thousands of goals at this point, every single time, get it right. Then one time, my brain decides to forget that Scrub is actually trying to score and not trying to save a shot. And everybody could be like, lol, look at this, what an idiot. Look at this absolute retard forgetting that orange team hitting the blue side is actually trying to score a goal. Guaranteed that that's the only thing that Reddit are going to want to see from my stream. They don't want to see any, legit goals. They don't want to see any legit gameplay. They just want to see, stupid things that I say. That's all that ever gets uploaded on Reddit. It's really dumb things that I've said. It's so annoying. It's so typical. I don't know, maybe I'm becoming like the day 9 of Rocket League in the sense that he only ever gets bad plays of his Hearthstone gameplay on the Hearthstone Reddit. Like I'm a frequenter of the Hearthstone Reddit myself because it's much better than Rocket League Reddit, actually. There's some funny clips on it, not just really terrible goals in GIF format. But good old Day 9, I'm sure a lot of you are aware of that man and his work. He, he likes playing Hearthstone, and he's not very good at it. He's probably better than me, though, so I can't say anything. But every time that he does something incredibly stupid, it gets upvoted to the top of Hearthstone Reddit, and sometimes it's the front page, and it's great to watch. So maybe that's who I'm inevitably becoming. It's not even deliberate, I guarantee. Just accidentally forgot that Scrub was shooting into the blue side. And I guess this car is just really looking blue team to me. This bright red, or not even bright, it's this dark red car. For some reason to me this looks blue. I can't stop talking about it. To me that's so funny. Can't believe I did that. But yeah, like all you guys who have seen the pentathlons before on stream, we're not expecting a huge score in drop shot. Usually a 1-goal game is to be expected. Fairy's done well to come back from that ridiculous bit of bad commentary by me at the start of the game and actually tie the game. And yeah, he's taking the lead. This is really precise as well. Good finish. It's a bit foolish by Scrub to bop the ball off the wall like he just did, though. I'm not sure what he was going for in that situation. Not really sure. That's a good kickoff, though, by Scrub. He's even getting kickoff goals in drop shot. This is probably the thing that's going to be top comment of this video is, wow, Scrub Killa even getting kickoff goals in drop shot. That's why I don't like him. That's why I choose to support other players other than Scrub Killa. I guarantee somebody's going to say that. Oh, that's interesting. Fairy Peak going high. I've not seen that very often in the drop shot kickoff meta. But he's realized that Scrub Killa is trying to go for a blocking style to the low, or to the lower section of the ball's hitbox. Fairy with an adaptation bops it off the ceiling. Fairy still marginally in the lead here. Scrub has no damage. Or, sorry. It is still, yeah, Fairy who's in the lead and Scrub who hasn't done damage yet. That's really a lot of damage as well. Scrub thought he would have saved it, but unfortunately he could not. I spelt Fairy wrong on the screen. Oh, I'll just leave it. Wait, I'll make it even worse is what I'll do later. I would not be too surprised by an overtime here. There's no huge gaping holes. Both players playing pretty reserved. Pretty reserved Rocket League. In droppy shotties. We're going to have ice hockey after this, followed by hoops, of course. 30 seconds remain. I like that Fairy Peak's playing keep away, but he would rather have a bouncing ball for the keep away. That would be much harder for Scrub to stop. That's a good read though. Scrub completely caught off guard, jumps over the demo blind. That was great play by Scrub. Fairy Peak looking for the demo. Scrub avoids it. Fairy Peak is looking great in the Batmobile, I must say, ever since the reverted hitbox change. How's Scrub going to play this? He might just look for a grounded ball. Oh, he's not going to go for the grounded ball in his own half. He is going to go for damage. That does register that damage. I was wondering if he was just going to let that ball drop into his own half, not risk getting ultra. There's a wow from Scrub. He's not happy with another kickoff going against him. Has he got the speed? Yes, he does! Fairy's out of the game momentarily, and Scrub might just shoot this at the hole. He's missed it, but that was a good effort. He identified the one win condition that he had. Fairy going for a wall demo. This ball is still in a pretty precarious location for Scrub. He needs to be careful. Still, though, in the lead by an absolute landslide in terms of damage done in the final round. One more goal is all it's going to take. Fairy Peak goes for the dunk and he gets it. That is so well done by Fairy. Fakes a hook shot and instead he's just let it bounce and straight away dunked it in. That is a great goal to win the drop shot round. What a play by Fairy. GG. One goal was always going to be the likely thing to separate them after round one.
I did misspell Fairy for goodness sake. Subscription. Keep them coming. Moi, moi, moi.
I always... Why is the last moi a question mark? I always feel obliged... No, sorry, it's not 1-0. What am I doing? The way that we score this is total scores. Total scores. My bad. I nearly made the score wrong. 3-2 is what we'll go with. Even though, of course, 1-0 would have been the same because it's still a 1-goal difference. I've got to remember as well to change this to Snow Day. And yeah, we'll go for Manfield Snowy again. I'm a big fan of Manfield Snowy. Not likely to be too many goals in this one. I say that though, Fairy Peak was doing really well to dribble the puck versus Jesse. I'd never seen a puck be dribbled before. It might be easier to dribble the puck with the Batmobile.
Here's Johnny. 6 months. That's about 8,000 days. Incredible.
I don't think it is about 8,000 days, in fact. But thanks for the resub regardless. 8 months from I might be a goat. Name of the day, I'm sure. Now look out for Fairy Peak's kickoff here. He's just going for a block style. Because of course you don't need to jump anywhere near as high with the puck. Scrub Killa going for a single jump as well there, but ends up going over the top of it. Is the Batmobile MVP for ice hockey? Scrub Killa in trouble here. He has found no way to stop Fairy Peak's kickoff in the first two. Is he going to adapt? Again, longer recovery time. The Batmobile might be MVP here. Of course, players are absolutely allowed to change car. But look at how heavy the puck is. Fairy not able to cut it in field. It's ended up going really far wide. He has to be careful here. Scrub's in the vicinity. Looking for the demo as well. Doesn't get it. Fairy's on the breakaway. Does he have the boost? Yes, he does. That's going to be 3-0. Fairy Peak might just be the chosen one. The chosen pentathlete. And I did Google that earlier to make sure it is indeed a word. Flexness, thanks for the 3 months, by the way. Like I was going to say earlier, I always feel obliged to tell people how to unsub, just in case it is a genuine call for help. When somebody's like, I don't know how to unsub, this is just stealing money from my bank account. And I'm sure you're just kidding. Thanks for the 3 months regardless. Chun Zinha, thanks for the 5-year host as well. Appreciate all the support, guys. Oh, that's a cheeky little ground pinch by Scrub. I don't think he meant that, but he did get it. Well played to get the ball past Fairy as well. It's not going too well though for Scrub Killa in the scoreline. And with the ball now, or the puck rather, now into that phase of the game where it's just going to start speeding around the field and everybody's got plenty boost at their disposal, it becomes very, very hard to get a goal. And Scrub Killa looking for that ceiling. Does get an outplay. Is he going to get the finish? He should. And that's a really well done shot. Mainly because of the setup by Scrub. Way off the wall, using his dodge to get more momentum towards that puck and takes it away from Fairy, who thought that he was going to win the race to it. And still though, Fairy Peak dominating faceoffs. This is going to be really hard for Scrub to win if he can't stop Fairy Peak from winning faceoffs and then just dishing it in off the back wall. This is just so hard to stop if you are Scrub Killa. He thinks that Fairy's going to go for the top corner. Fairy just lets the ball fall across the goal. It goes for the bottom corner. And how is Scrub going to stop this kickoff? Which Fairy just seems to have perfected. How is he doing this? This is absolutely astonishing that Fairy Peak has got such a good kickoff on ice hockey. I've never seen this before. Scrub Killa says it's impossible with Octane. Oh no. It's all going wrong. I would like to see a fake kickoff by Scrub. If you really think that kickoffs are impossible, then just go for a fake. Because is Fairy really going to dribble you with the ice hockey? I'm going to tell him. Try fake lol. I mean, it's not like Fairy can dribble him with in ice hockey. Fairy Peak says Jesse had a good kickoff. It's true, Jesse wasn't getting creamed just this hard. Scrub Killa wants to keep trying. He's trying to figure out a way to stop this, but he just can't, and Fairy's continuing to score. That is a Brazil in under 2 minutes. I've never seen this before. Scrub Killa is getting demolished in faceoffs. It's not even close. Absolutely incredible. There we go. Scrub Killa finally doesn't concede a kickoff goal. Still not ideal, because Fairy Peak's got the ball and full boost. There's a pinch. Where's the puck going? Who knows? Fairy Peak absolutely off to a flying start here.
I'm sorry, Johnny. I will have to report this stream for unapologetic full frontal nose nudity. I'm sure you understand. Moi, 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 moi.
Lawrence, thanks for the $10 sub, by the way. I never noticed those $10 subs, but I did notice that one. Appreciate it, man. Who was that as well? 5 Magic, thanks for the £5. Flexness for the 3 months. Welcome back. I can't remember who else I missed. I'm sure I missed like 3 subs. I'm really sorry. I'll catch you guys in a bit. There is that $9 sub. Fairy Peak is just annihilating Scrub here, and I've got to credit a lot of it to the Batmobile. Look at the ability for him to just win every 50-50. He's forcing Scrub over the top of every ball. I don't know if Scrub is failing to dodge here or something. Oh, hold on. Are we lagging? Let me just tab out real quick. Oh yeah, sorry about all those frame drops, boys. I have no idea what that's about. No idea why we're dropping frames. No idea whatsoever. But apologies regardless. I was dropping frames at the start of the stream, and I don't know why that was happening as well. I had to restart my internet. Hopefully that doesn't happen again. Apologies if it does. That is a lot of frames that have just been spilled. Oh, look at that. It's just on its side perfectly, like a coin. Bear in mind, Scrub Killa is going to have to come back from an 8-goal deficit if he loses this with the current scoreline. He would like to get a couple of more goals back, but honestly, with how badly he's been doing on face-offs, I might just play this one out defensively. It sounds really silly to play out an 8-1 deficit defensively, but Fairy Peak has been dominating face-offs so hard that if you're Scrub Killa, is it feasible to, you know, try to get the comeback in this section of the pentathlon? I think it would be smarter for him to just play this one out safely and then try to get those points back in Rumble, Regular, and of course Hoops, where he might have an advantage. Batmobile's pancake curry. What do we put pancakes? Maple syrup Canadian, hockey is Canadian. Coincidence, that's conspiracy of the ages. There you go. That must be why the Batmobile is just dominating ice hockey. Jesse did do a lot better in face-offs than Scrub did, and I don't know why it is going so badly for Scrub, other than the fact that he seems to be hitting the ball a little bit too high. Well, there we go. Wave dash face-off might be the solution. That was actually pretty smart by Scrub, because he gets that speed boost without being in the air. Good recovery as well. He's trying to race this one in, and he gets the shot into the bottom corner. Well done goal here by Scrub. A couple of quick recoveries. Boosting back down to the ground, dodging to make sure that he wouldn't clump his nose on the floor, like I always do when I try to walk up the stairs. Still though, kickoffs in the favour of the Frenchman. It's that 4 or 5 kickoff goal in a row mid-section of this game that really went so badly for Scrub. That's what's given him such a tough comeback here. But I don't know if will he be able to come back later on in the series. Only time will tell. I'll take this quick moment to say Obi Juan Dinobi, thanks for the Prime sub. Evil Yo Damon as well, thank you for the Prime sub. I think that's me caught up to all of the subs. Look at that by Fairy Peak. Off the ceiling, doesn't even matter. Tracks it all the way. 10-2 is the score. That's going to put the total score up to 13-4. Scrub down by 9 after 2 rounds. Make it 10 if Fairy Peak can get this one in. He can get it in. Holy cow, this is merciless stuff from Fairy Peak. Another demo on the wall. He did look for that as well, and he slots it in at the far post. Just perfect manipulation of the play. And what do you do if you're Scrub Killa right now? This has got to be his worst loss in a long time. Of course, it is ice hockey, a game mode that he doesn't play very often. But nonetheless, there's no way he was expecting to lose by 10 goals going into this. Has he given up? As he's coming off the ceiling, looking for something fancy, Fairy Peak just comes in, the quick interception punishes him even harder. I've got to say though, if you're not having a good kickoff, honestly going for a fake kickoff or just not going for the kickoff at all in this mode is probably viable, if you think about it. Oh my goodness, Fairy. He just doesn't miss this game. He just doesn't care what shape the ball is. He's just going to score this every single time. That is so well done.
I see Brian.
Unbelievable.
I feel Brian. That is how I know Brian goes on.
What was that? Was that 13?
Far across the Brian and spaces between Brian.
I think it was 13.
You
it was
have come to show Brian goes on.
No,
Brian,
16-4.
Brian,
oh my goodness.
Brian, 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 Brian. This is not spam your nose.
Goodness sake. You're down by, what's he down by? I just tabbed out. You're down by 12 goals, mate. You gotta win by 4 goals in all 3 games. Just gonna explain to Scrub what the rules are here. He should have been aware of this, because I did tell him. So it's GG's, he says. He doesn't believe. He just doesn't believe in himself. Fairy Peak might be the chosen one. I'm expecting if we ever see another pentathlon in the future between Fairy Peak and somebody else, that somebody else is going to bring the Batmobile to the ice hockey game. Because as it turns out, the Batmobile is pretty good at ice hockey. Anyway, I think it's still possible for Scrub. He's got to believe in himself, of course. He needs a crushing victory in regular. That's a good start, though, with the aerial bump. You can see him go for this. As soon as he popped the ball into the air, this is so well done, actually. Even an air roll, just to guarantee that he would have the highest possible hitbox into that dodge. Good start for Scrub. But he's run out of boost. He's not calculated this kickoff properly, and straight away, he's back in a tie game. He forgot that in this adjacent spawn, you don't quite have enough boost to hold it the entire run-up. You've got to, at some point, let go of boost so that you have enough boost to actually get up and reach the ball. So Scrub's got to remember that in the future, or he might concede more kickoff goals. I don't know if I've ever seen Scrub concede this many kickoff goals in one day. If you add up that one from the hoops game and all the kickoff goals from ice hockey. So it looks like you do actually have enough boost in the diagonal spawn if you make a slight detour and pick it up on the way. Fairy Peak is looking so good right now. He's just scoring with every single touch. I said that I would put the hoops and the ice hockey games in earlier on in the series because we don't expect to see so many goals from them. But Fairy Peak has just found a way in both to consistently score goals. He's using the backboard dish strategy in ice hockey, and now in hoops, just very direct shots into the goal. He's not using the backboard really at all. He's just popping it straight in, which is pretty smart. You need to be very precise with those shots, of course. Scrubkilla beating a flick is not going to help, and can Fairy find the accuracy again? Yes, he can. Scrubkilla can't get back in time. Fairy Peak is just so deadly with these pops. Another one finds the back of the net. Squishy versus Octanes. That would be pretty good. Don't know if Squishy would be able to compete, honestly.
Why was the guitar teacher arrested?
I don't know.
For fingering a minor.
Oh, for goodness sake. That's so bad. That's so bad. Thanks, Salisbury's, for the 6-month 3 sub, though. I appreciate it. And it was Gavelab with the 250 chairs. Well, thanks for that as well. I know you said welcome back, as if that's something you can consistently do. Good dunk by Scrub at the end of the air dribble, showing us how air dribbles can be more consistent in hoops. It's a good strategy of choice. Of course, players are then forced to contest air dribbles much earlier in hoops. Fizzle Nuts 36, thanks for the prime sub. Good shot by Scrub. That one's for you, buddy. Doing well to shoot this one down, even from a low angle. Look at that. He barely misses the rim on the way in there. Jesse coming in here with excuses, as always. Oh, that's a kickoff goal for Scrub. He's tied it. It is certainly not over yet. Scrub can still do this. There's so many goals between these two, and he's still down by 12 aggregate, but you never know. He's had some pretty ridiculous comebacks in the past. We've seen him do incredible things with not much time. He just needs to believe in himself and improvise quite well, because of course Fairy has played these game modes more recently than Scrub has. It's worth mentioning, Scrub is a pretty good Rumble player. I have seen him play Rumble before. That was the one game mode where Fairy did look a bit shaky against Jesse, so maybe that is the one where Scrub can, with a little bit of power-up luck, start to really make a comeback. That's a terrible shot by Fairy, his worst of the day for sure. And this should be a goal now for Scrub. He's got the demo and the cut and the pop, and that is a goal to give him the lead. It was all there in this build-up. Good cut, good pop. Almost impossible for Fairy to get back. Oh, have I triggered Jesse? Yes. Jesse with the classic Jesse excuses. Another decent pop by Scrub. Fairy can't save this one again. Scrub might have got a little bump onto Fairy. Well, I'm going to take a look at this from Fairy's POV. Scrub may have bumped him here. In fact, yes, he did. That might have been a save if Scrub didn't get that bump. So credit to Scrubkilla once again. He's looking a lot better on face-offs towards the latter half of this game. And another bump goal by Scrub! He has found a way to break Fairy's defense. This is perhaps his most emphatic bump goal yet. Look how quick he got up and back down and into the air a second time. That's really nasty by Scrubkilla. Think about it like this. He only needs to win by another one goal to perfectly cut that lead that Fairy has into 2/3. And then, of course, if he can win Rumble by 4, he can have the 4-goal deficit. He certainly can still win this, and I'm sure he's starting to believe in himself a little bit more after his consistency with these bumps. He must be feeling pretty accurate. It's a good flick by Fairy. Scrubkilla is there for the save. Does well to keep the ball low. Fairy's going to struggle to get anything dangerous now. Vince Tim, thanks for the tier 1 sub. I appreciate that. And we're still 1 goal down for Scrubkilla. Can he make this impossible comeback? It would still be a ridiculous comeback, even if he does complete it in the 3 games. Fairy Peak going for an air dribble his own. Scrubkilla early contest. That's really smart. Not waiting for Fairy to be on the downward spiral. It would be very, very dangerous for Scrub to let Fairy air dribble for much longer than he did. Deft touch by Scrub. He's up by 4. Or Yeah, yes. Sorry, I'm just getting so confused by this aggregate scores. He's up by 4, but he's also down by 8. But I guess he is still up by 4. Great touch, though, just dumping it in the front of the hoop. Keeping it as far away from that back corner boost as he could. Because if he put it at the back of the net, Fairy Peak would have had less distance to travel. Can he now cut the lead even further? That is his goal now. He's managed to get the 4-goal lead. Oh, double demo by Fairy, though. And a deft touch. He can't get it in. That's so unfortunate. Double demo was a good strategy. Scrub Killa, not much he could do about it other than jump as soon as he spawned. But what is Scrub going to do? Is he just going to... I think he's just going to play this one safe. He doesn't feel like he's going to need 2 goals, I'm sure. And he might have just been given one. Fairy Peak, again, beating the midfield play. Scrub Killa's hit the rim. He's going to go for Fairy. He finds him! Great strategy by Scrub. He realized that the ball was going to take way too long to find its way into the net. Fairy was certainly going to save this. So Scrub Killa just does a little loop and finds Fairy at the edge of the rim. Bumps him out the net. That is, I think, his 5th bump goal, maybe? At least his 4th. In one match of hoops. Fairy's aggregate lead has been cut. Scrub Killa this time doesn't look for the bump. He didn't have enough boost to get there in time. Oh my goodness, Vacanus, whoa! What is this?
My £1,000. I couldn't have picked a video better to do it for. I love when these two square off. Probably the two best 1v1ers ever. I love the Pentathlon videos. Keep it up.
Vacanus, I'm really glad that you're enjoying the Pentathlon videos, but look at this goal by Scrub. That is incredible. How did he do this? What a denial on the clear. Just completely blocking it in. But dude, I don't know what to say, Vacanus. I'm really glad you're enjoying these videos. I'm having a lot of fun with them. It's just a little bit of a change, isn't it? Something a little bit different. It's a good initial hit by Scrub. He needs another one. He finds another one. That's such a good touch as well. Fairy can't get a goal in time. Scrub Killa is on the ropes, but he's dwelling so well. And he might have put Fairy in a tough spot here. 6 goals up for Scrub. He's not just got the 4 that he would require to chop that lead down by Fairy. He found 6. Oh, Fairy's back within 5 though. Still though, above average for Scrub. This is a great shot by Fairy. Jumping over the demo, hitting it with the back of his card to make sure that it would arc up higher. Vacanus again, I don't know what to say. That's really, really insane. Really insane. 1,000th point. I'll need to go and update that if it really is, because that's nuts, dude. Scrub Killa again going for the front of the rim. Could have popped that with the back of his car like we saw Fairy do, just to get higher arc on the ball. Maybe look for a bump on Fairy in the process. But good start to the comeback if you are a Scrub fan. He has somehow managed to put 10 goals past Fairy in this mode. So 21-14 is a far more reasonable score. If you think Scrub is, he's got to be in the mindset of, I need to win the next 2 games to get this. And that would bring it within 5. So then he only needs to find 5 extra goals. On top of the what do you call it? The 2 goals which would win him these games. Let's chuck it on Manfield Stormy, why not? I did put it on Rumble, didn't I? I'm pretty sure I did. We're going to stick to the same order all the way through this, just to have consistency. There it is. It is Rumble. Scrub Killa is going to need... It was £100. I think... Did I not say that? Did I say $100? My bad. I'm aware of the pound sign. I know all the donations that come through are in pounds. Just because that's my currency. Don't feels bad. Don't feels bad. The pound isn't a feels bad just yet. The value of the pound is still looking pretty good. Oh, good save by Scrub. Fairy Peak was looking for a long shot. And then the boot. Scrub doesn't find the power from distance. That would have been a no power up play. And Fairy has not got the best power up here. Oh, that's interesting by Scrub. He's gone for the player swap. I'm not sure if that was a wise decision because Fairy is the one who's going to be in attack. And Fairy wastes the freeze. This should be a goal for Scrub. Unless, can Fairy get back? No, he can't. He said it's £1,000 in the dono chat. Yeah, £1,000. I was pretty... Yeah, 1,000. Yeah, Brett, sorry, if people are wondering if that was his 1,000, it said my £1,000 was the donation message. So Vacanus, that must be his £1,000 that he's donated to the stream, whether it be to me or to prize money. That's what the 1,000 was for. I'm aware that that was 100. Very much aware. Still an insane. Still an insane donation either way. X-Ray, thanks for the Prime sub. Welcome to the stream. Hope you're having a good day today. Fairy Peak off target with the wall shot, it looks. Might have been creeping in off the post actually, not 100% sure. Now what is Scrub going to do with this? Looks like Fairy Peak has given Scrub unlimited boost, and Scrub tried to play for the shot anyway. Not sure if that was a wise decision, because really hard to control here. He was constantly being put out of position there.
I also enjoy the Pentathlon. Please take this £65,000 for your good work.
Girls are girl, thanks for the £3 and 4 pence. Everybody thinks that I got scammed by Brian, but no, I was aware it was I was fully aware it was 100. I know it wasn't a £1,000 donation; it was £1,000 total. Yeah, I know. People are correcting me here, but that's the one. That is exactly what I thought was the case. Killa could just boom this in. He finds the angle, bottom corner slam. We're all tied up. Just almost 90 seconds into this one. What could Fairy have done here? He wasn't really in a position where he could use the magnet there. The ball was too far away from him. Top 3 ones players. Really hard to say right now, because I've not seen Cucks play ones in so long. I've never seen Cucks play against Floris. I've never seen Cucks play against Oscillon. Yeah, it's pretty easy. I think for NA it would be much easier. Just say the good old Dapper Squishy Leftomir trifecta. It's probably the top 3. I don't think Squishy's been practicing so much ones recently, nor has Dapper, in fact. I was talking to him recently. But if they do, I'm sure they would get back up there. 3-all. Scrub Killa, of course, is the one who needs goals in this matchup. And I'm expecting him to go for more of the comeback, total comeback in this Rumble segment, rather than the... that's interesting if Scrub would just go for the freeze here. I think he just wants another power up. That's probably why he's doing that. He doesn't expect the freeze to be that useful. Just tries to get rid of it in a semi-useful location. There he booms the flick, but not hard enough. And he's given Scrub boost. That might be a terrible idea. Scrub Killa slows himself down mid-air. That is so well done. Fairy Peak gives him the nice one, because look, Scrub cannot stop boosting here. So what does he do? He flies backwards so that he doesn't catch up to the ball too soon. That is an incredibly well done rebound by Scrub Killa. Fairy Peak trying to put him in an uncontrollable situation. Scrub Killa controls it anyway. And he is in the lead by 1 in this game. Still down by 6 aggregate. I expect him to go for more in the Rumble segment, but Fairy isn't done either. Gets the mind game goal. Is a normie, but a pretty good normie if you ask me. Scrub Killa doesn't want to go for the challenge early. Probably regrets that fact, as Fairy has faked him really, really hard. What a game we're seeing here. Not too many Rumble goals. But the Rumble goals that we have seen have been fantastic. Scrub Killa is going to come out with the boost advantage here. Power up just not yet arriving. He could center this and bump Fairy way away from the play. He's looking for Fairy here. There's the boot. Great play by Scrub. Perfect utilization of the situation. He would have heard that Fairy had the magnet as well, so he knew there was no danger. As long as he boots Fairy away there, that's an easy goal. Might have even been able to score it anyway, but why not go for the boot, just to give himself that extra couple of seconds to put the ball into the open net. But this is just showing the possibility for comebacks is real in this game mode, even down by 12. Oh, Fairy Peak has the player swap. He could have actually scored that if he put it on target and then swapped the Scrub literally anywhere. Scrub Killa has the boomer, but Fairy swaps him again. Oh no, he might have won goal. Fairy Peak, he did the only thing he could do to stop Scrub from blasting this in at 1,000,000 miles an hour, but in doing so, he swaps himself to the exact location that Scrub was about to shoot from, and he's own goal. Oh, that's so unfortunate. There's nothing Fairy could have done except backflip, like, straight away. I don't even know if he would have had his flip available. I really don't know how that interaction works. Like, if you swap to somebody who has just single jumps, do you have your flip? Who knows? Fairy Peak didn't use it, or try to anyway. And he's ended up own goaling from a situation that I think he played correctly. Now spikes, first spikes of the game. Is Scrub going to get control of the ball? Yes, he is. But Fairy Peak has wasted the haymaker. Oh, never mind. He slowed Scrub down just enough. I thought he wasted that by using it before Scrub jumped. If Scrub had jumped, I'm pretty sure the haymaker does more to the play. Oh, there's the magnet by Scrub, but the grappling hook by Fairy is going to put it away from the net momentarily. Scrub trying to reverse it in, can't quite get it. This is insane. But these guys are using the power-ups so well. Still so close. 2 goals, the difference. 5 goals, the difference in the aggregate score. Scrub has a great power-up here. He's going to pull this right back into the net. Great play by Scrub once again. Fairy kind of jumped the gun. He panicked. The ball got close and he just grappling hooked for absolutely no reason. Scrub punishes him. This is the one I think that Scrub is going to get the biggest victory in if he can play this out correctly. He's getting a bit of luck with the power-ups, I will say. And by luck, I mean he's getting proactive power-ups when he is on possession. Of course, when you've got the ball under your control, you don't want to have power-ups like the freeze. You want to have probably anything but the freeze. But this is good. Scrub is getting all the power-ups that let him do more things with the ball. And look at what he's done. The magnet air dribble. As soon as he got that magnet, he just started air dribbling. He just jumps into the air. Fairy has no idea where the ball is going to go. And I forgive him for conceding that one. It's pretty tricky to stop a magnet air dribble. 4 goals the difference. 3 goals the difference in the aggregate now. Scrub Killa is absolutely on the comeback trail. But don't forget, Fairy Peak, the player with the best record against Scrub Killa in regular 1v1s. Historically, no one has done better against Scrub in regular 1v1s than this man. Scrub's got a pretty good counter to the spikes here. He's not even going to need it if he can just put this up high. But no, Fairy off the backboard. Comes in, doesn't get the spikes to connect with the ball just yet, but he might still. Yes, he will. Looks like the spikes have kept the ball stuck on the floor. Fairy tries to catapult it, or slingshot it rather. Now can Scrub get Fairy up into the air? Oh, he saved his own shot with the storm. That's a little bit unfortunate. The storm is causing problems for Scrub Killa. Another spikes for Fairy. Surely this is a goal. This is going to be so hard for Scrub to stop, and he can't indeed stop it. Fairy Peak does well. Brings it back to 3. You got to forgive Scrub for missing with the storm shot. It's so hard to score when you're trying to dribble with the storm. So I don't put the blame on him for that one. You'd have to do some ridiculous storm dribbling practice to manipulate the ball into your favor. But there you go. Scrub has more than cut the lead in half. It was 7 goals the difference coming into this. Now it is only 3. What a comeback Scrub is starting to mount here. But now he has to do one of the hardest things for himself, and that is beat Fairy in a straight up 1v1. And not just beat him. Oh, hold on. He might have been able to put that in with or without Fairy being present. What was the final score there? Let me just see. I think it was 9. Yeah, it was 9-5. So that puts Scrub up to 23. Fairy to 26. I'll tell Scrub, you are 3 goals, or I'll say Fairy is 3 goals ahead, by the way. If Scrub wins by 3 goals or more in the last game, he wins. A total draw means the winner of the last round wins. So yeah, if it's a draw total, then Scrub wins. That's again just to give us a little bit more comeback incentive, and also because we need some tiebreak for a complete draw. So that is what Scrub needs here. He needs to win by 3. If he wins by 3, he's done it. If he wins by 2, Fairy Peak has done it. We're into an aggregate score situation. I don't know if Scrub will be able to do this. I was hoping for his sake that he would be able to completely close the gap in Hoops and Rumble. I expected him to win both Hoops and Rumble. If he could just, calm down, forget about the ice hockey game. Because I've seen Scrub in Rumble before. He's a very, very smart Rumble player. And his Hoops play is also very good. Let's get to those pop shots and air dribbles.
Do you think demolitions will ever be customizable?
I don't know. Oh, that's 1-0 by Scrub. I didn't expect Fairy to let this in. Scrub with an early flick. Good catch off the wall to take control of this. He did put it pretty quickly at the net, in fairness. It was a good fast flick. Swervex, I don't know what you mean by will demos be customizable. Do you mean would there be like a black market demo explosion? I don't think there would be, because that's a bit too gameplay focused. Like there might be one demo that's just so obscuring compared to others that it would straight up be an advantage. Now hold up. I said Scrub only needed to win by 3 and he's won this one. Well, he is now 1 goal behind the aggregate score. He was down by 12 after round 2, and now he's only down by 1 with loads of time left, just past 4:20 on the clock. Is he going to get another delayed shot to the top corner? Goes high. Scrub's still in a great position here. He's deliberately let that roll back to halfway line just to give himself more space, and he's popping shots at the net again and again. Will he find the equalizer for the aggregate? Looks like he will. Fairy Peak doesn't have enough boost, and that means the Scrub moves into the lead. Remember, if Scrub wins by 3, Scrub Killa wins overall. If Fairy can keep Scrub to 2 or less, then Fairy wins overall. There is no tie. This is now Scrub's game to lose. With that goal, he has moved into the lead because the tiebreaker is, of course, the last game. Just for, just for the sake of actually having a way to win in a tie situation. Scrub Killa might be able to go up by 4. That's a great shot. Great power on the clear. And Scrub Killa is dismantling Fairy, something that he has really struggled to do in the past. He has never beaten Fairy in a series before, I'm pretty sure. Unless I'm mistaken. I'm pretty sure he's lost 4 series to Fairy all time. And whether that be a best of 7, best of 5, or best of 3. Scrub always loses. But maybe the fact that it is just a single game will favor him. Fairy needs 2 goals. He only needs 2 goals to win this. But Scrub Killa has all the momentum in his favor. He's won the hoops round. He has won the rumble round. Now he's off to a great start in the final round. Regular soccer. Complete control from the young Scot. Fairy Peak is playing his usual defensive counterpunch style, but Scrub Killa is not throwing any wild haymakers that he can properly exploit just yet. First real big chance for Fairy. Scrub Killa saves it. Fairy might still be in the possession, but no, he's taken too long to turn. Scrub Killa gives it to him anyway. I'm not sure if that was wise. Bounce will get started. Early challenge though by Scrub. Fairy was expecting Scrub to turn away. Scrub just stayed there, and he has shut down Fairy in the midfield yet again. 5-0. Fairy was expecting Scrub to turn around after he made such a slow approach. Scrub Killa just crept up to him, and he's using that same kickoff style that Jesse's been doing well against this exact same player recently, where you sort of deliberately lose the ball to your back corner and then retake control. Is Scrub going to go for an aerial demo? Yes, he is! And he's going to get it. That was a double jump commit as well. He was all in for this. Absolutely no need to be. He's up by 3 goals aggregate already. Goes for a double jump aerial demolish, and he hits it. Fairy needs 4 goals. Scrub Killa entered this game needing 3. Now Fairy needs 4, so it's Fairy Peak who needs the bigger comeback. What a turnaround by Scrub. It didn't take long. Make it 5. This is an absolute stomp. I've never seen Fairy look this vulnerable before.
6 was afraid of 7. But do you know why 7 ate 9? Because they were told to have 3 squared meals a day.
It's pretty good. That's pretty good. I like it. That's a good variation on that joke. Has anyone ever seen Fairy be losing 8-0 at 2 minutes and 9 seconds into the game? I don't think I have. This is probably the biggest defeat that Fairy Peak has ever faced in Rocket League 1v1. And he's played a lot of 1v1.
When it is a tie, the one who won the most games should win, not the winner of the last match.
Well, if it's a tie, then they both won the exact. They must have won the exact same, right? Oh no, I don't know. Oh, I see what you mean. I see what you mean, Vince Dim. I see what you mean. Evil Yodamon, thanks for the 420 as well. Both of you, thanks for 420. Yeah. Oh, so I've gone direct your camera again. I see what you mean. Yeah, maybe. I mean, either way, Scrub. For this case, for this show match, it would make a difference because Scrub needs to win all 3 of the last games to win anyway. So in your world, Scrub would still win with a 3-0 win here. Good block by Scrub. Fairy going for the demo. He gets it. There's the revenge. It's not yet too late. It is not yet too late for Fairy to do this. This would be just as impressive a comeback as we saw from Scrub over the course of the last 3 games. Don't forget, Fairy only needs to cut the lead into 2 goals. So he's in need of 4 right now. He does not need 6. He just needs 4. That is all he needs. But he does indeed need 4. The 3 which would overall tie the score is not enough. He would lose by the tiebreaker. So he needs 4 goals in just over a minute. Can he do it? This is a great chance. He goes for the low shot and just gets saved by Scrub. Very consistently looking for bumps and demos on the wall. I do like that. But he doesn't have time to be wasting opportunities. Scrub Killa is really making this difficult. There's another demo though. Fairy Peak's going to slow play, I'm sure. Scrub Killa is back in the game. Shot goes high. Scrub Killa is going to save those every day of the week. And with plenty boost to spare. Fairy Peak deliberately missing this time. Trying to draw out the misplay, but it just doesn't happen. Scrub Killa is looking so good. And that shot is just not good enough. This might be it. Scrub Killa back in control of the ball. He is put Fairy in a situation where Fairy still needs 4 goals. And that is probably going to do it. I don't see Fairy coming back. 4 goals deficit when he can't even get his hands on the ball. 30 seconds remain. Fairy Peak running away from a demo. If he doesn't score this, it's going to be game. He needs a goal and then a kickoff goal afterwards, and it just isn't going to happen. Scrub Killa, I believe, has done it in a ridiculous comeback. He didn't even need all 3 games. The comeback was secured about 20 or so seconds into the regular game. He has in fact done this. Come from 12 goals behind and finished 3 goals ahead. Assuming that Fairy Peak... Oh no, he can't even get another kickoff goal. I thought that was 1 second remaining. It's 0 seconds. That is it. 5 goals the difference in the last game. Scrub only needed 3. And he has done it. Ridiculous comeback by Scrub. What was the final score, just so I can put the total in correctly? 26 and 3 is 29. 23 and 8 is 31. Impressive stuff. 31 to 9 to 29. That's more high scored than the Jesse versus Fairy series, I believe. What a comeback though by Scrub. He didn't think he could do it. He asked me after 2 games, and after Fairy went up by 12, Scrub says, so if I win the next 3, I win. You know, he just thought 1-0, 1-0, 1-0 in the 3rd, 4th, and 5th match was all he needed. But that was not the case. He needed to win by aggregate score. And he called GG's. He said, well, I guess I lose. I guess it's too much. It probably relaxed him a little bit. He thought, oh, well, let's just play it out for fun. Let's just try these new game modes, see what happens. And as it turned out, he managed to win. I believe it was by 5 goals in hoops, and then by 4 goals in Rumble, and then by 5 goals in the regular. And he only needed to win by 4, 4, and 4. So perfect comeback by Scrub. Very controlled. Very well played. Turns out Fairy Peak can be beaten. If you could